Hey Internet, it's your old friend Dominic here with the All-American Casino Guide. If you know me and you know this channel, you know that we love Texas Hold'em. And so that's why we started the Late Night Poker series. And in this series, I like to give feedback from an actual game played between members of the All-American Casino Guide crew. Essentially identifying smart plays, less than smart plays, things that kind of left me scratching my head a bit. And in order to improve their game overall, but more importantly, to give a learning opportunity to you, the viewer. So by watching this, hopefully you're going to learn some things about smart poker play, and you'll learn how to apply that directly to your own game. So without further ado, let's get to the hands. All right, so here's our first hand of the night. Let's take a quick look at it. Oh, wow, Robo Clubs has a pair of jacks, or as we like to call them, fish hooks. So other than that, we got Natty with ace 10 on suit with spades, 2-6 PM stars on suit with clubs. Everyone else has kind of random hands, nothing really too exciting that I would really call a great starting hand. Not really, anyway. First option goes to Cowpoke Kyle, who's got that 9-6 off suit. He plays. Looks like everyone wants to play. Robo Clubs with his pair of jacks. He's deciding $100 sounds good for the flop. Wow. All right. Natty decides to go all in. Pre-flop. Just 10 grand pre-flop. Throwing it all in there. Okay, we got a call coming from PM Star and from Robo Clubs. All right, so 6, 7, 3, another 7, and a 10. Wow, 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 wow. Robo Clubs takes the hand. Wow. I don't recommend going all in pre-flop for a variety of reasons. But the biggest, of course, is when you don't even really have a great hand to begin with. Ace 10 on suit with spades is not a great hand. I wouldn't even recommend going all in pre-flop with bullets or aces, you know. I don't agree with that. Maybe if I was short stacked and I've been waiting for the right time, and this is my chance to double up or triple up. But that was a bad decision. And now she's sitting out this hand. All right, so looks like Cinderella sitting with Queen King off suit, Cowboy Kyle with King Jack off suit, Corey Kassan 5-9, and my favorite hand, King 5 over in Robo Club's hand. Now watch the King 5. I have no idea if this is going to pan out, but I have a feeling that King 5 is a great hand. It's not, but I feel it in my heart. At least when I'm playing it, it's a great hand. All right. Robo Clubs has the first option. Okay. Cinderella calls. Kurikasan calls. All right. So the flop comes out as 10-10 queen. That puts 2 pair over in Cinderella's hand. And 3 hearts for Robo Clubs. I guess you should have been Robo Hearts at that point. I also a pretty good straight draw for Cowpoke Kyle, who's got the 10 Jack Queen King. He's pretty much got an open-ended straight, looking for an ace or a 9. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Okay, so Cowboy Kyle has the first option. Like I said, he's got an open-ended straight draw, $100, feels pretty standard, you know, throw at least something out there showing, hey, I believe in my hand enough. Wasn't enough for Kurikasan, who decides to fold the hand. Robo Clubs throws $100 in, no problem. The big hand here is Cinderella, who's got 2 pair right now. That could change really quickly, but that 2 pair could also quickly turn into a full house. Throws out 200, doubles the bet. Cowboy Kyle calls. So it's Robo Clubs. Oh my God, there is the ace. Oh, wow. Okay, so Cowboy Kyle doesn't want to tip his hat too quick. Throws out 400. Robo Clubs, hoping for that jack, I suppose. He folds. 400's too rich for his blood. He's smart enough to know what's on the table. Okay. I guess also Cinderella is also waiting for a jack. She throws in 800. Cowpoke raises to 12. Cinderella, are you gonna? She raises to 16. She's feeling confident. All right, the last card is the 2 of diamonds. Now there's 3 diamonds on the board. Something you always have to check is for the possibility of a flush. If there's 3 diamonds on the board, 3 or more, obviously. Cowpoke Kyle's all in for almost 6 grand. Cinderella folds. Smart move on her behalf. Smart move for Cinderella, not so much because, we know he had a better hand, is that just by looking at what's on the board, there were 3 diamonds on the board and an ace. And, you have to at least consider the distinct possibility that your 2 pair are going to get beaten. And one of those pairs was on the board. Okay, there was a pair of 10s on the board, so I ultimately agree with her decision to fold that hand. Now let's look at the next hand. Now, Cowpoke Kyle got a great hand again. Ace King on suit with hearts. Let's see other great hands. Looks like everyone else is pretty mediocre. Let's see. Natty has a Queen Ace off suit. Pretty mediocre. Oh, wow, it's interesting. PM Star and Cinderella both have 7-6 off suits, but one's red, one's black. It's kind of interesting. I always love seeing stuff like that. Cowpoke Kyle's the first to act. He's got, like I said, that Ace King on suit, throws 200, feels confident. Kurt Kassan folds. RoboClubs calls. Natty's in for 50. Is she willing to throw another 150 on? She's got Queen Ace. It's a pretty safe bet overall. Okay, so the flop came Jack 10-2. So quick scan of the board. It looks like RoboClubs has a pair of jacks now, and that's pretty much it. So that's the high hand right now, is a pair of jacks. Okay, and he's even on the button. So this is gonna be interesting to see how this pans out for him. So Natty has the first option. She should check. She should check, unless she's trying to create a bluff. But ultimately, I think the right thing to do right now is just check. She does 472, which is enough to get Cinderella to fold. Cowpoke Kyle, he's got 4 cards to a nice straight draw again. Just waiting for that queen. 472 seems reasonable. Looks like, whoa. Okay, so 9, 10, Jack. All right. Queen Ace. All right, looks like 1140 coming from Natty. The RoboClubs folds. All right, so on the river card, we have a 7 of hearts. So quickly scan the board. You can tell there's only 2 clubs. There's only 1 diamond. There's 1 heart, 1 spade. So there's no pairs. There's no threat of anybody getting a full house or a flush. Technically, a straight is possible. These are all things you need to analyze when the river card comes, and start really thinking. I mean, you should be doing this as the hand goes on, but specifically at the river card, there's no more cards coming. You really have your clearest identification of what possible hands a player could be holding at this point. So Natty's got just that ace high at this point. Unfortunately, it didn't exactly pan out the way she had hoped. If that had been an 8, we'd be talking something a little bit different right now, but it wasn't. So we have to accept it for what it is. So anyway, wow, it's so sad that Cowpoke Kyle's hand edges her out just ever so slightly. Let's see how this pans out though overall. Natalie, what are you going to do? You're going to take a check. Cowpoke Kyle is probably also going to check. And the money's going to go over to Cowpoke Kyle. All right, next hand here. Let's take a look at it. All right, so it looks like AC Deucey over there in PM Star's hand. 10 Queen offsuit in Natty's hand. Everyone else has some real mediocre hands. Nothing too special here. First act is going to be PM Star. She throws in 100. Kirkson, 100, same deal. RoboClubs, 100. Looks like everyone's pretty much happy with the 100, except Cinderella, who folds on the small blind. The flop is 9-8 ace. Cowpoke Kyle with a pair of 8s throws out. Pair of aces. PM Star doubles the $300 bet. Robo Clubs folds. Natty, who's got a bit of a straight draw, throws 600 out, no problem. Cowpoke Kyle deciding if he wants to chase that other 300. He's already in for 300. He's got a pair of 8s, but there is an ace and a 9 on the board. All right, there's a 10 for the turn. So that's a pair of 10s for Natty. A pair of aces, obviously, for PM Star. Yeah, this is interesting. So she bets 1,100. Cowpoke Kyle, he should really fold this hand. I wouldn't be surprised if he does at this point. Good. And, oh, wow, last card is a queen. So that puts Natty at 2 pair. So that means she's got the big hand. So 2,400 come from PM Star. Natty calls. She wins about 8,800 bucks. All right, so let's look at this hand. Let's see. Natty is on suit with hearts, 9 queen. And nobody else is on suit. Nobody has any pocket pairs. Nobody really has any great hands. This is actually kind of wild. Nothing too exciting here. So let's see if the actual play makes this hand a little bit more interesting. Kurakasan is the first act. Kurakasan, what are you going to do? Going to bet 100, I'm sure, right? Yep, throws in 100. Robo Clubs, 8-4 off suit, throws in 100. Natty, 9 queen on suit, she throws in 100. And Cinderella with 6 king, she throws in 100. And Cowpoke Kyle, looks like everyone's good. All right, so the flop is A7-6. So Natty actually has a flush at the flop. This is going to be really a crazy hand to watch. It looks like everyone's in for 200, but she raises the stakes to 983. Cinderella, who's now 4 cards to a flush herself, a slightly better flush, goes ahead and throws 983 in. Looks like Cowpoke Kyle's okay with that, but PM Star and Kurakasan throw out of the hand. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. 8 of hearts. So now Natty is actually in a position where she's going to throw in 11,649, not knowing that Cinderella has a slightly better flush. This is really sad. Wow. Okay. So Robo Clubs, he's got a flush too. Everyone's got a flush. Everyone thinks they have a better flush, and unfortunately, they don't. And Cinderella wins a massive pot of almost 43,000. Guys, this is a great learning opportunity. Just because you have a great hand at the flop, you might even have the best hand at the flop, a hand that would be almost impossible to beat. That is the time to bet heavy. I've seen so many players try to slow play hands and then they end up losing on the river or the turn or something crazy like that. And that's exactly what happened in this particular hand. Having that one, like I said, having that 1 king really helps Cinderella overall. All right. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything we said tonight, make sure to leave it as a comment down below. If you like these late night poker videos, then make sure to clickety-clack that like button and make sure to pound that big red subscribe button so you can join our literal throng of supporting fans. And guys, ring-a-ding-ding that notification bell because it's the only way you will be informed the next time we upload a video like this or any of the other great tutorial videos we upload with quite a bit of regularity. My name's Dominic. This has been the All-American Casino Guide, wishing you luck and reminding you as always, play responsibly.